Hey! What's going on, guys? Let's turn on the chats. Dude, this is so frustrating, man, how YouTube, ever since I started doing live streams, YouTube's interface, like, why do I have to go live and then turn on the comments? It should just be the default setting, right? That's the whole point of going live, is to, like, read comments and interact with people, but whatever. Can you say loom? Like, how does Jody say loom? Loom. Loom? Loom. Loom. Hello. It's not a live stream unless Jody gets brought up. My boy, down under. He's a Scotsman, though. Oh, right. Tony P. Yo, Jory Rolex GMT 116710. You like, yay or nay? It's good, but the best GMT, in my opinion, best Rolex GMT is the Explorer 2. Tanjiajian, what's going on? Yeah, I should just change one of these photos to being Jody. By the way, right here behind me, I don't know if you can see this fuzzy thing. I was cleaning out some of the stuff here in the office, and I found the wolf mask from the Halloween episode that I did a while ago, like years ago. So funny. I did a whole episode wearing that wolf mask. Let's see who's here. Matt Dude 8888 says hello there. RDK certified T3 bot says we in this. That we are, brother. Nice beard. James K certified T3 bot and moderator Green Spence. Hello, sir. Car guy Jordan Snyder. Meredith Wilson. So happy to have a woman here because I am so lonely. No, it's because I'm very happy to say that my percentages, the men obviously vastly outweigh the women, but according to my YouTube analytics, there's the number of women that are partaking in the T3 channel are growing. It's growing. So I'm very happy to see more female watch collectors, watch enthusiasts being more active in the community. Jessica, dude. This is, heck yeah, man. This is what I'm talking about. The percentage went from like it was honestly embarrassing. It was like 0.5% like women were watching, and now it's over 3% sometimes. That's awesome. So it might not seem like a lot, but I'm happy to see that. Johan Sigfridsson from Sweden. OC NRA says, do you wear Yeezys or Jordans? I wear either Red Wings or Jack Purcells. These are leather Jack Purcells that Connie got me. I don't wear Yeezys or Jordans. What's on the wrist? When we get 100 people, I'm going to be doing a wristwatch check, but I just did a little tiny sneak peek right there. Want to see something else Connie surprised me with? She got me this jar that's shaped like a gummy bear. It's filled with gummy bears. Ooh, I could get myself in some trouble with that, boy. So let's get some questions going. Laszlo Device, certified T3 bot. Matt Dude says, hey, how are you? I'm well. I'm chilling with my bros and my sisters. Let's see. Bremen says, howdy, listening while driving. Well, drive safely, bro. Invert says, how you been? Been good. Jonathan Hernandez from Tampa. So yeah, let's get some questions going, guys. This is a Saturday Q&A, so let's and the benefit of being in the office is that I actually am able to look things up on my computer, which when I'm outside, I don't have like a secondary device with me, so I'm not able to, look things up. Freedom Van says, Jory, I asked for a recommendation on a promotion watch a few weeks ago. I think I've landed on the Zenith Tricolor. I don't know what you mean by promotion watch. Is this a term that I'm just unfamiliar with? It must be. Ben from Southern Idaho, what's going on, man? Half Past Blog from Ontario, Canada, hey. What's the oldest watch I own? Probably my great-grandfather's Elgin Small Seconds. That's probably one of the oldest watches I own. My Rolex Bubbleback 2940 is from the 1940s, circa 1940. And then my Vacheron Constantin, as people want me to pronounce it, my Vacheron Constantin 4533C is let's see, 1945. So yeah, those are probably the 3 oldest watches I own. Gonna give you a hint of the watch I'm wearing right now. It is from 1965. I gave you a little sneak peek of it. Now you know the year. If you guys are actual viewers of mine, you should know which one I'm talking about. Do I have any watches from the 1800s? The short answer is no, definitely not. I'm gonna look up what watches I could even get. The truth is, Meredith, the majority of timepieces from that era were pocket watches. Pocket watches were much more prevalent in the 1800s. Wrist watches didn't become really a thing until the 1900s. And you know what's crazy is that wrist watches were invented for women. Because women didn't wear vests with pockets in them. They didn't have jackets with pockets. They didn't have pants with pockets. So the gentlest sex needed something to tell time with which to tell time. Excuse me, my English is terrible. So people, instead of having instead of men wearing wristwatches, men wore pocket watches with their, vests, and women needed something for the dainty wrist. And so, yeah, wristwatches were actually invented for women, which is hilarious because high heels were invented for men. So that it was a shoe that was easier to ride horses. I mean, that's what I've read. I don't know how much truth there is to that, but so happy that we don't have to wear high heels because looks like it hurts. Her Canadian accent's spot on. You want some poutine, eh? Oh man, I would be so happy with some poutine. I love poutine. I grew up very, very, very close to Canada, so. Am I sad about Baselworld canceling? So I always say here's the deal, ever since I started this channel. Here's the deal. The fact of the matter is Baselworld will not be around. It will not survive this decade, okay? So these are its death throes. The whole scare with coronavirus is understandable. Obviously, like large groups of people together, probably not the best thing under the current circumstances. But to postpone it to January 2021, so essentially there's no watch show for 2020, is what they're saying. There's not going to be any release show for 2020. We're skipping 2020, and that's going to just be Baselworld 2021. Am I sad about it from a enthusiast standpoint? Kind of, because I wish, there was a way for, I like seeing everybody show their stuff. But, I understand why they did it, and I also understand that, Baselworld, SIHH, these things will probably not survive the decade. So, unfortunate but true. Austin Lynn in the house. What's up, brother? Been so busy, I haven't even been able to hang out with Austin lately. Johnny Watches is glad to get my T3 show in. Matt Dude says, Jory, I have a question. Considering the Seiko Patty Turtle, but I have smaller wrists, what do you suggest? I'm a diver, and I really like the Patty Turtle, but not sure about it. You should be fine. I really like the Patty Turtle. That was one that I really wanted to get. If you're actually a diver, then it really shouldn't matter because it's not going to be so cumbersome that when you're swimming, it's going to hinder you at all. But if you want something smaller, they do have what they call the baby turtle. I don't know if that's something that you'd be interested in. But yeah, check it out. I say just go for it because if you really want the Patty Turtle, you getting anything else is going to kind of, You're gonna look at it and maybe be like, "Ugh, but I wish I got the patty turtle." Bully McJulius. I'm so sorry if I butchered your name. What's a mid-ground Seiko you can buy that will last and not break the bank, broke college student? Well, please, one of my, and also John, Certified T3 Russ says, what do you think of Stratton watches? I actually did a review on Stratton watches, and no one watched that review. Milcom, the moderator, or James K, if one of you guys could link John to my Stratton watch review. I did their chronograph, their bullhead chronograph review. Actually reviewed 4 of their watches. And then if you could also link 2 episodes that I made for broke college students, Bully McJulius, I've literally made 2 episodes for you for the student. So yeah. Josh says, what do I do when I want a watch that my wife thinks is super ugly? Do I still buy it or not? So I'm very lucky that mine likes the watches I get. Okay, rarely does Connie say like, oh, I don't like that. Trying to think of a watch that she really didn't like that I own. She likes most of the watch. You know, she even likes the Mudmaster. I wear it when we go camping, and she even likes the Mudmaster. So, so yeah, Milcom, John, there's the Stratton watch review, or there's one of the reviews. And Bully McJulius, there is the college student reviews for you guys. But here's a little tip. When you buy a watch, get your wife something as well. And give her that thing before she sees the watch that you got yourself. All right, so I have a rule. You have to factor in the gift you're gonna get your wife into the price of the watch you're gonna buy yourself, okay? Little tip, only 30, but I figured it out, all right? So before you get yourself a watch and you're looking at that price tag, factor in how much the gift you're gonna get your wife is. It's a little tip. The girls in the comment section will attest. Let's see if my coffee's cool enough to drink. I don't want to scald my mouth. Oh, why don't you brew your own coffee, Time Teller, you wuss? Because I'm lazy, guys. Jessica says, LOL, that's good advice. What are your thoughts on ramen? Benjamin. My better half is Asian. I mean, she's American, don't get me wrong. Born and raised USA. But, she's Asian, bro. Noodles are like my life now. You want to talk about ramen, dude. I could talk about ramen all day long. Some of the best ramen, you can go to Silver Lake Ramen. That's really good, obviously, in Silver Lake. You can go to Sawtell. You know that area in West LA, just west of Sepulveda, kind of just west of Westwood. Some really good ramen shops there. Let's see, where do we normally go there? Sujita. Go to Sujita. Oh, you know what? Go to Sujita Annex in Sawtell. That's the best Sukumin ramen I've ever had, ever. Let's see. Little Tokyo has some good places, but like I went to Mr. Ramen in Little Tokyo and it was probably the worst ramen. Like I've made myself better ramen. If you like Sukumin ramen, which is the ramen that you dip, check out Sujita. And also, obviously, in Little Tokyo, go to Daikokuya. Daikokuya is come on. Daikokuya. Do it. And Silver Lake Ramen is also very good. Another surprisingly good ramen place is in, I don't know if it's in San Gabriel or Alhambra, but it's on Main Street, so I think it's Alhambra. It's called Kopan Ramen. It's like this little place, you would not expect it to be good. It's very good. Connie and I have been twice. Tatsu's good. Too busy, overhyped. Excuse me. Good Oppan ramen. It is surprisingly good. Is Alhambra in LA? Yes. Guys, so is Pasadena. I know people don't want to admit that, but Pasadena is in Los Angeles too. Urgent question from Scott Robertson. Everybody, please sit down, pay attention. We got an urgent question. I want to get my gluten-free into what? Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I've been living in Los Angeles for too long. I want to get my girlfriend, GF. I don't know what those things mean anymore. I want to get my girlfriend into watches. Any good recommendations? She likes Daniel. She likes Daniel Wellington, but not Cartier. Any tips? Yes. Get a new girlfriend. Next question. I'm kidding, dude. Here's what you gotta do. You're not ever going to be able to get. Okay, this is not going to be a rant, so I'm not even gonna ask permission to rant. The fact is, in a relationship, you can't change someone, okay? And you can't force them to like things they don't like. So what you can try to do, though, is give them more information. Maybe ask what they like. So, okay, you know that she likes Daniel Wellington design. So maybe she likes something more simple. So maybe go ahead and find some more minimalist watches and ease her way into it. Maybe find some Junghans watches or some Junkers watches that are more minimalist. Get her into that. Maybe get her into another fashion company that's not totally trash, like Skagen. They're not really great, but they're also not total garbage. And then ease her way into it until she, becomes more familiar with what she likes. And once you become more familiar with what she likes, you'll have more things to choose from. And Linaris says, James, yes, Alhambra is a suburb of Los Angeles. Yeah, Alhambra is absolutely in Los Angeles, but we got into a little argument last week with some guy who wanted to tell us that it wasn't, and he doesn't even live here. So, tell long, have you ever had cops harassing you because of the amber fog lights on the Subaru? No, never. Knock on wood. Never. And also because I already know I already know when and when not to use them. So obviously I'm not going to whip them out when I think that there's a high probability of cops being around. So yeah, they don't bother me. Vintage 34mm at T3 Shop is a great place to get your girl some wrist candy. Hey, we got 3 watches available at the Time Teller shop currently. Jessica has some input about the whole girl fiasco. She said, or conundrum, I should say. She says, get her an Apple Watch. She will quickly graduate towards mechanical watches. Hey, that might be an entryway. I mean, that may be how Jessica got into watches, was starting out by wearing a smartwatch. Andrew, so Andrew says only red or blue lights are a no-go. Canada, yellow, all good. No. Andrew, he's not talking about the color. He's talking about the brightness. Those lights that I have from Baja Designs are not the SAE variants. They're not the street legal variants. The front end that I bought is the full Rally Innovations kit, which is like off highway use only. You turn those on and it'll shoot laser beams out the front of your car. So he's not talking about the color. The color the cops don't care about. It's the amount of lumens and candelas, if you want to get technical. He's talking about how bright they are. He's not talking about the color. But yeah, here we also can't get here we also aren't allowed to use red or blue lights. That's pretty much all of the United States. Breitling Chronomat, yay or nay, Laszlo? It's not my favorite, but if you can find a vintage one, hey, why not? Jessica says Nomos tends to attract women also. Jessica has some good input because it's minimalist, right? So if your girl is liking Daniel Wellington, it's clearly kind of a sterile watch. Maybe point her to companies like Nomos, like Junghans, like Skagen even. Someone please answer Jamie. What did Jamie ask? White dial field watch or black dial field watch? I say both, John. You know why? Because I have a very classic Hamilton khaki field mechanical. That's as field watch as you can get. I also have the Explorer 2, which is kind of a more, I don't want to say functional. It is more functional. I mean, come on. It has a date complication, GMT threaded crown. That's also technically a field watch, but it has a white dial. Also, my Boulder Expedition, or I'm sorry, my Boulder Venture has a white dial. So I say both. I couldn't choose for you. But here's what I'll say. If you want something more classic, go black dial. If you want something a little more modern, a little pops a little more, then buy white dial. Tissot or Certina, between those two companies, Certina. Andrew, the moderator, says, well done waiting for the girls heading back on the road. Cheers all. Have a great weekend. Have a great one, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, dude. Okay, let's do it. Real quick, guys, guess which watch I'm wearing. This is going to be a new thing for the channel. Guess which watch I'm wearing. Before I show you, guess which one it is, Young Excellency. Also, I was cleaning out the office and I found my TI-30XA calculator. But it doesn't work very well. I don't know what's going on. Oh, Leonardo. Guessed properly. I'm wearing my Date 1500 on a Man Cave leather custom made 19 millimeter strap. This is my Rolex Date 1500, 1560 movement. I'm legally obligated because of the FTC guidelines to let you know that Man Cave leather gave me this strap for free. Feta, what's the best entry-level investment watch brand? There is none. If you want to buy a watch for under 10 grand as an investment piece, it doesn't exist. Even here, okay, there is no trick to investing. You literally do have to put money in to get money out. So when people come and ask me, hey, I want to spend $500 on an investment piece, it's not going to happen. Like, for instance, I run a shop, right? A vintage shop. I do get return on investment, but it's because I'm putting a lot of money into that shop to find undervalued pieces and then bring them to market. It's very, very difficult to buy a, $500 watch, sit on it, and then expect to make a huge bank in the future. It just won't happen. So my answer to you, although it's not the answer you want to hear, is don't buy wristwatches as an investment. Oh, Linares, James K is going to back off a little bit. He's not serious. He says, James, please look up on Google if Alhambra is indeed in Los Angeles. If you're still confused, go see for yourself. Oh, Linares, I live in Los Angeles. James knows that. He's just joking around. Alhambra is indeed in Los Angeles. We Googled it. I go there all the time, but we Googled it on the live stream last week, and literally the first thing it says that it's a suburb of Los Angeles, so it's all good. Also, I go to Lunasia in Alhambra, and it's the best dim sum ever, and that is indeed in Alhambra. Sang Wukong, how do I feel about modded Seikos, especially the SKX 013? I mean, people can do what they want. I think it's cool. I'm not a watch modder, but if people like that, then go for it. Go crazy. Have fun. Dalton, hey Jory, I may have asked you this before, but are there any good watch meetups in Los Angeles area? Not that I know of. Planning on doing a 100 subscriber party though. That'll be fun. James K with the super chat says Alhambra location. Agree to disagree. It is in Los Angeles. Okay. It's funny how that has become an inside joke on the channel. Matt B, what do I think of oil-filled watches? It's not my cup of tea, not my cup of oil. But you know, it's not my, it's whatever. RDK certified T3 bot. Din Tai Fung is not dim sum. Din Tai Fung is dumplings. So there's actually a difference. Din Tai Fung is one of my favorite dumpling places for sure. They also have really good beef noodle soup. Very expensive though. You can find just as good beef noodle soup elsewhere for less money. But technically, Din Tai Fung is not dumpling, or Din Tai Fung is dumplings. It's not dim sum. Lunasia and other breakfast places like that sell dim sum. Now, RDK, I understand how the confusion came about because in dim sum there are dumplings, right? You can get shumai and stuff there, and you can also get that at Din Tai Fung if you want. So I think so. It's, you know, I get it, dude. I kind of want Din Tai Fung right now, if I'm totally honest. Man, why do you guys have to tempt me with all this food? You know, that fellow there always used to write to me about food. He's giving up social media for Lent. He wrote to me. He was like, yo, time teller, I'm giving up social media for Lent. I'll see you in a few days. Don't worry about it. I'm happy, though, because he's always tempting me. He's like, let's go get French fries. And I'm like, gosh darn it. Have I ever used strap code bracelets? I want to get one. They're a little pricey. So I've used Uncle Seiko. I've never used strap code. This isn't an endorsement for either of the companies. I'm just letting you know I've never used strap code. James K, leave him alone, dude. If he's there for Lent, if he's giving it up for Lent, let him be. Burger Slayer, the man, says that noodle shrimp dish, yay, that drip, drip. Dude, if someone wants to Postmates me some tantat, I would be so happy. Tantat. If you know, you know. Egg tarts, baby. The best dim sum dish, period. Portuguese style ones are good because they're a bit sweeter. They have more sugar on the top of them. But I'd be happy with either. What's the most I'd ever spend on a strap? Matt B, if you were going to the electric chair, whenever I read electric chair, I think of my favorite jiu-jitsu move, which is called the electric chair. Technically, it's illegal in competition. I do it anyway. If I was going to the electric chair, my last meal would be lamb stew that my mom makes. That's my favorite food until the day I die, is my mom's lamb stew. It is the best thing on earth. So what's the most I'd ever spend on a strap? So not when I first got into watch collecting, but before it was the time teller, and Crown and Buckle came out with their what do they call it? Their black label straps. They were pricey. They were like $85 or something, and I bought one, and it felt really good. It was actually a very good strap, and I remember thinking, wow, this is expensive for a strap. Nick P, certified T3 bot, what's going on? Taylor Parker, what's going on? But so that's kind of expensive, but it is a good strap. Also, Man Cave Leather, and I'm legally obligated to let you know, Man Cave Leather gave me this strap for free. Man Cave Leather makes probably some of the best leather straps that I've worn lately. I'm so happy I discovered them. I'm so happy I've connected with them. Their straps range from the $70 all the way to the $90. Handmade by my buddy Mikola. Um, I would go with Man Cave Leather if you're looking for leather straps. They're packaged beautifully. They're solid. No dual keepers. They use one fat keeper, which is so convenient. You don't have to worry about it moving up. If you ever have an issue, which I have not encountered, I'm positive they will work with you. It's just such nice people, him and his wife. They're so great. Javier Vega. Sorry if this has been asked already, but which of your watches gets the least wrist time? That's actually an easy question. My great-grandfather's Elgin Small Seconds. That watch, so I always say if you're going to buy a watch, wear it. That watch I didn't buy. That watch kind of fell into my lap. My dad found it when going through some things, and it was in service for 6 months, and that watch is just so special to me that I don't wear it. It's very fragile, very old, and I'm just very lucky to even have it. So, yeah, it probably gets the least wrist time in my collection. Brian Carpenter, how's it going? You tell me, brother, how's it going? It's going good. Do I put lug dimensions on the watch? Yeah, I do, Freedom. Most of them should have lug. Are you talking about lug to lug or lug width? I think most of them have both. Why am I inside today? Because I had a bunch of work to do. Still have a bunch of work to do. You think Polywatch would work on Warby Parker lenses? I got a scratch on mine. So I'm wary of recommending using these abrasive compounds on lenses because I don't know how that's going to affect the prescription, especially if you have some coating on the lenses. What's your worst watch servicing story? I had my first service experience and it was not a good one. Before I was the time teller, this is so frustrating. This was before I was a time teller. This is before, I was even really on the internet much. My sister had a Tiffany dial date. And it wasn't Marissa. Marissa has one too. Marissa has a date as well, a female one, a small woman's date. But my other sister, my oldest one, had a Tiffany dial. She went to Spain, and I don't know what she did. I don't know if she didn't thread the crown. But she got water in the watch. Now, astoundingly, the water did not hurt the dial, okay? But the water was messing up the movement a little bit. It was not running properly. So when she got back, I don't know where they took it. Again, I was not the time teller. I was not as aware of where they brought the watch. The service guy stole the Tiffany dial. Just straight up. And so when I saw the watch again, I was like, this isn't the dial. Like, this isn't the dial. And they're like, what? I was like, you had a Tiffany dial. And, so yeah. This isn't a watchmaker I work with, by the way. So yeah, some scumbag stole the Tiffany dial off my sister's lady's Rolex Datejust. So that is terrible. What's my favorite variant of the tank for Cartier and why? I will answer that, Jessica. Someone asked me about, okay, this book is like the only book you should be getting for watches. I'm not kidding. Such an amazing book. Incredible, incredible, incredible. One more thing. Un momento. Also, okay, man and his watch, real quick. Man and His Watch is such an accessible book for watch enthusiasts. And I don't mean accessible as in like easy to find, because you can buy this everywhere, Barnes and Nobles, Amazon, whatever. I mean accessible that it doesn't matter if you don't know anything about watches or if you are like a hardcore watch enthusiast like us. The book is just so entertaining, short, easy to read, well-written blurbs. It's not for reference number hounds that like, oh, we're gonna talk watches and only reference numbers, blah, blah, blah. No. None of that. It lets you know, but I think there's a G-Shock in there, and there's also like, you know, Paul Newman's and stuff. It tells you about the prolific watches and why and why they are as prolific as they are. So that's a really good one, worth every penny. A Man and His Watch. Another one is that my mom actually got me in 2019 is the Wristwatch Annual, and this is very cool because it's literally pretty much an encyclopedia. Jessica, speaking about you right here, we got some Cartier Santos, and it goes through their catalog, and then a bunch of these companies, some of which I've never even heard of. Meister Singer. Let's see. Anywhere you turn, Zinn. Look, I'm gonna randomly flip, open, Bremont, or Bremont, however you want to pronounce it. We're gonna randomly flip, open, Audemars Piguet. Gonna randomly flip, open, Alexander Skorhoff. See, these are things that I don't even know. Flip, open. Ooh, we got some watch winders. So, I would recommend this Luminox. I would recommend this Devosa. So these are great as well. And so obviously I'm going to be picking up the 2020. Jessica says it's going to be available in April. So that's what I would recommend as well. I keep this on the table outside. So I'm here in the office, right out there on a little table. If someone wants to thumb through it, look, ball. I know that we got some ball lovers out there. These actually look pretty cool. Dude, that one actually looks pretty cool. Engineer Master 2 Skin Diver Heritage. 26 joule or 25 joule. 28,800 BPH vibration. 41 millimeters. Screw down crown. 100 meter water resistance rating. $2,700. Should I pick one of these up? See, this is why these things get me in trouble, guys. Okay, let's answer Jessica's question. The best Cartier tank variant. I'm gonna blow your mind right here. I'm literally this is gonna be so janky, but I'm gonna pull a picture up of it and show it to you via my computer screen. Okay, Jessica, please confirm that you are here. This is because I'm answering this question for you. Okay, Jessica's here. So check it the fudge out, people. Read 'em and weep. Okay, hold on. This is, let me find like a good enough picture to show. Okay, so this is hyper rare. This is the Cartier Tank 13. This is the one that I've always wanted, all right? Oh man, I hope that you can see this. I'm so sorry, guys. Cartier Tank 13. I know it's not gonna focus properly. This is a limited edition sterling silver salmon dial, date complication, blued hands, beautiful, 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 beautiful dial. Type in Cartier Tank 13, hyper limited. This one's 25 by 33. Came out around 1999, I think. Is this one available? It's sold. See, this is what's so frustrating. It has the price here of $3,000 to $5,000, but it's sold. Huge bummer. But see, it's quartz, guys. That doesn't bother me at all because that is such a gorgeous watch. So, yeah. Yeah, right. Good job suggesting a hyper limited version. Well, no wonder your name is BS because that's what your comments are. She didn't ask me for a recommendation. She asked which my favorite one was. So, but thanks for being here. Yeah, it's an absolutely gorgeous watch. Best affordable watch right now. What is affordable? Are we gonna say under 1,000? Or are we gonna say under 500? Best, more affordable non-Cartier tank style watch. Probably the Seiko SUP 880. Seiko SUP 880. That's going to be the best one, John. Best affordable watch. What are we going to say? Under how much? Oh, we have another one from Andy Gee. Hello, greetings from London. What's going on? Love my UK followers. I have my GMT set to GMT for you guys because I have so many viewers from the UK. Love you guys. I love all my viewers, but you know, gotta go to UK, eat some Indian food, some bangers and mash, and yeah, very excited about that. From Lincoln, Nebraska, A Monk 93. What's going on? Targa, yo Jory, keeping it real on a weekend. Orient Kamasu Red Diver, peace, bro. Yeah, the watch is sick. I'm gonna pick one up to review it. I think that's really cool. You still recommend the Seagull 1963 is a good budget mechanical chron. Yeah, it's the only budget mechanical chronograph. Let's be real. What other mechanical chronograph can you get for under 500 bucks? It just doesn't exist. So yeah, of course, I would absolutely still recommend it. I still own one. Andy, if you want to go grab some, okay, so the first thing I want to do in England is eat some proper pub food. So I want some fish and chips and some vinegar. Like that's the first thing I want to do. I want to get some meat pies. I want to get some bangers and mash, and then I want some shepherd's pie. So if you guys, when I go to UK, want to like take me to the food places, I will eat with each and every one of you. I promise. So when I'm in UK, if you guys want to find me the best fish and chips, the best meat pies, the best, I want a proper English fry up. I want a full English for breakfast. Like I can eat, guys. Okay? Like, look at that. I can eat. I want a proper English fry up. I want bangers and mash. I want shepherd's pie. Like, I can straight up eat, dude. Okay, so I want, like, heck yeah. I want fish and chips with the scraps, okay? So, if you guys know where to go when I go to England, yes. And I'm from New England, so it's kind of like, you know, we're bros. I don't eat kosher, dude. No. I'm Jewish, but I don't eat you can't exist in like the modern world eating kosher. You have to stay in like your own enclave if you're gonna keep kosher. It's very difficult. Brian, I am living the one watch collection as of today with the Serica. As you said, it can be done. Man, love, love, love the Serica WWW. Such a badass watch, dude. People are asking for the wristwatch check. Rolex date 1500 on the wrist. Hi Jory, does the Stalker Anneal Tritium at your shop have a screw down crown? No, it does not. Full review is actually in the link in that listing. So the one at the shop, if you want to see the review on that exact watch, click the link there. Doesn't have a threaded crown because the case is composite, so there's no way to do it. Jessica, sorry to repeat the question, but I was curious on your take. The Panerai Luminor Duo 38mm created to attract more women, smaller wrists on the brand, or other reasonings? So they started making thinner and smaller watches. I don't know if it was specifically to attract more women to the brand, but I know it's because people's number one complaint about Panerai was that they were too big. So I think a byproduct of this is to, I think a byproduct of this is that more women will potentially wear a Panerai, but I think they did it to quell the complaints. People see I mean, they still do see Panerai as just an oversized watch company. But yeah. Matt B says, Gun Show super chat. Thanks, brother. Got some veins. No big deal. Just kidding. They're huge. Gray or black dial Pro Pilot? Black dial. Not a huge fan of the gray dial. Still a great watch. But if I'm picking between those two. Targa, if you ever come down to Sydney, Sydney, Australia, down under, definitely should catch up. Oh yeah, dude, obviously I want to go to the Opera House. I'm going to do a bunch of the touristy things. Terrified of all the spiders and stuff that you have in, you know, the Outback, though. Not a fan of that. Outback. I have a Panerai, and I love it. I got the good one I got the good one with the decorated movement display case back, non-sandwich dial. It looks like a proper Panerai. I don't think that company is for everyone. Felipe Beluco, certified T3 bot, says, what's up, man? What do you think about Chris Ward watches? Hello. I've done 3 reviews on them, my brother. Moderators. Okay. I think we're reconnected. I don't know what happened with the internet. We're going to do a mukbang. I'm going to eat this on camera. What color should I try to get? Connie got me these. We're going to go for purple. There's 2 people saying blue. Okay, I'll try to get this blue one right here. I'm touching all of them, but they're mine, so I don't really care. Okay, here's blue. Down the hatch. Mmm. Ooh. It's kind of like a slushy, like a blue slushy, you know? It's kind of got that blue raspberry taste, which I really like. I know some people are like, oh, that's fake. There's not even such thing as blue raspberry. Deal with it. Okay, what's next? Troy, I have almost like an 8-inch wrist, and this is 34 millimeters, so. I also got huge arms. Next color down the hatch. You know what I love about gummy bears is they have protein because of the gelatin. All right, we're gonna go for this laser green right here. It's good. I can't tell if it's like citrusy, like lime. It's not apple. So I think it's more like lime flavored. Okay, last one, then we're gonna get we're gonna talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. But last one, and then I'll answer some more questions. I gotta do a gummy bear review. The snozberries taste like snozberries. Super Troopers. One last color, guys. I knew people were gonna pick red. Okay. Oh, there's a red one right here. Okay. Everyone's saying red. Okay. Ooh, this is very vibrantly red. Look at that. It's like glowing. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That one's very good. Yeah, it's like a straight up cherry flavor. Very good. All right, and that concludes my mukbang. JVM, 0.0 grams protein per 100 grams sugar. Don't care! And after this, I'm probably going to eat noodles, and then I'm going to get Korean barbecue tonight. So, very excited. I might not even go to the gym today. Dude, Korean barbecue is so freaking good. And I told Connie last week that I want to get it today. So we better get it today. I had Vietnamese food last night. It was really good. Had some pho. All right, guys, let's get some questions in. Come on. Are those for medicinal purposes? No. These are gummy bears that my girlfriend got me. They're delicious. I love pho more than my own family. Yeah, pho is so good. I always say it's like Vietnamese is it's like Vietnam's version of matzo ball soup. You know what I mean? So it's like if it's cold out or under the weather, you just have a big bowl of pho. So good. How many watches should an optimal collection have? 1, 3, 10? It's whatever you want. There's no such thing as an optimal collection at all. Best pho in Alhambra specifically? I mean, most people ask me all of LA. Well, actually, no. In Alhambra, there's a Golden Deli. Golden Deli is probably the best pho in Alhambra. And that is actually, I think, it's either in San Gabriel or Alhambra. Joyce says, hi from Wales. It's been a leap year. If you used extra day only once every 4 years wisely. Amen. I'm going to use it to eat some Korean barbecue. I dump sriracha in my pho. Whole bunch of sriracha, lime, and a little bit of hoisin sauce. And it's very good. Patrick Petito with the super chat says, just here for the show. Keep up the good work. Thanks so much. Appreciate it, Patrick. Pho is it's a Vietnamese noodle dish. It's with bone stock and very slow cooked bone stock. They often put rare meat in it with rice noodles, and it's delicious. It's so good. The modern Air King, Matt, is ugly, but I made an episode about it. It is the one to get, because that's the one that no one likes right now, but people are going to get it in the future. Maruchan or Top Ramen, neither of those. If you want some really good instant ramen, get Samyang or Shin. Shin Ramen or Samyang are the best instant noodles. Yeah, fuzz rice noodles, I'm pretty sure. Metro from Brooklyn, the Big Apple. Love your car and watches. Which one, brother? The Rubicon or the STI? Got a rally car and a rig. Shin Black, yep. Or Samyang carbo noodles. So good. Does the beard let you savor the flavor more than other beardless mortals? Yeah, probably. Connie's always on like beard patrol though, so she's always like, when I'm eating and I'm like, that's my napkin. Or she always has to reach over. Every time I take a bite, she has to reach over and like clean my face, so. Out there pictures, sorry, this question is non-watch related. What is your favorite drink, coffee, tea, etc.? How do you take it? Love your channel, cheers from Japan. Well, konnichiwa. What is my favorite drink? Coffee. How do I take it? I don't know if you can see it without me dumping it everywhere. Black, no cream, no sugar. So, black, no cream, no sugar is my favorite way to drink coffee. Unless it's Vietnamese coffee, then, you know, go crazy. What's the best watch you've been given as a gift? My dad's Certina DS 2 Chronolympic. My dad gave me that. It was the watch he got when he graduated school, and he gave it to me. So that's my favorite watch that was given to me. Would you ever complete a build on your own watch from a kit? Probably not, because I know where my skills are, and I am not a watchmaker. Oh my god, Starbucks, I guess the Vietnamese place is not good anymore. I go through phases. Sometimes I don't want Vietnamese coffee. Sometimes I just want more black coffee. Is it weird that I like the bitterness? So it's not the watch, it's the person who gives it. I agree. 100%, I agree. To answer questions, I also like milk tea. Obviously, my girlfriend is Asian. So we get boba all the time, and I really like boba. More questions, guys? Those arms weren't made for watchmaking. Yeah, it's I'm too clumsy. I don't trust myself. That's why I have good watchmakers. TikTokwatchrepairs.com. That's the only watchmaker I use. This is not an advertisement. It's just letting you know that my personal watchmaker is TikTokwatchrepairs.com. I know them. They work on all my watches, and yeah, so that's who I take my watches to. Do I like matcha green tea? Sometimes. I like matcha flavored things, like matcha soft serve. Dude, the Ball Skin Diver Heritage. I just saw it in my wristwatch annual. I kind of want it now. That might be one that I get. The Engineer Master 2 Skin Diver Heritage. Is the one that I want. The Engineer Hydrocarbon DevGrew is really cool too. What the heck? These are pretty dope, actually. It has their phone number here. I'll have to call them and tell them, yeah, send me some watches. If you guys want to get in contact with Ball and let them know that I'm interested in reviewing their watches, please do so, because the companies want to hear that there is interest. You know what I mean? Like, if you guys let some companies know about my channel, those companies will be more willing to get the watches into my office so I can review them. And if you guys tell them, hey, the Time Teller channel, hey, the Time Teller channel, hey, the Time Teller channel wants to see them, then they'll be like, oh, there's people that are interested on that channel that want to see our watches. So Ball makes some really cool things. James K, certified T3 bot and moderator. I used to judge quartz watches on whether the second hand matched with the minute track. I've recently read it's no longer an indicator of quality. True. It's kind of, Matt B. I have a used coaxial Omega Pro Seamaster in rough condition. The bezel insert is aftermarket and misaligned. Would you bring it to the dealer to repair or to TikTok? TikTok watch repairs can easily do it. I would take it to TikTok because I don't know who your dealer is, and I trust TikTok. So if it was me personally, I'd take it to TikTok. Suggestion for a first watch for a child, probably G-Shock, a baby G. George, I just want to let you know Jason K has made a smaller, more compact GX56 adapter if you want to update. I'm happy with mine right now, but I might let him know later on. Brian Carpenter, I did drop Benjamin over at Timor about a watch review, but haven't heard back. Yeah, those look cool. I'd like to review them. Let them know about my channel. Taylor Parker, I don't know if I necessarily agree. Find out what the kid wants. I didn't know much about watches, but my first automatic watch was a LL Bean Hamilton 9721 field watch, and my dad just gave it to me without like asking me if I wanted it. He just gave it to me, and I was like the happiest kid in the world. So, yeah, still have that watch. Probably going to take it to TikTok this week and have him service that movement. Because Lord knows it needs it. Roro Provin, you have come to the right place because I'm actually thinking of selling my personal Omega 1020. I don't wear it enough. I freaking love that watch. If someone were to give me an offer, I would buy it, or I would sell it. If someone were to give me an offer, I would probably sell that watch. Taylor Parker, I'd always at least try to figure out what they like. I wouldn't say there's a blanket best watch for anything. Yeah, Taylor, but here's the thing. This is a watch review channel, so sometimes I have to speak in general statements. So, obviously there's not a best watch, but sometimes that's just easier to say, and then you explain yourself in the context of whatever content you're making. Roro, if you want to send me an email, sales, can one of my moderators write it out? Sales at thetimetellershop.com. Sales at thetimetellershop.com. Write that. I will write to me there if you're actually interested. If you leave a reasonable offer, I might sell you that. It's not going to be cheap because mine is rare in pristine condition, and I still don't know if I'm going to sell it. But yeah, we'll see. Quick follow-up, blue or black dial, Oris Big Crown? Black. Always the black dial. I see you have a Montblanc pen. Any thoughts on their watches? Huge fan, actually, of the Montblanc pulsometer. That pulsometer is one of the best watches to come out in 2019. They made under like 500 of them, I think, and they were like $36,000. So I will not own one currently. I wish I could, but that's probably the best watch that's one of the best watches that came out in 2019. Yeah. Jory, someone recently posted in the members only Discord whether or not a NATO is suitable on a dress watch in a dress situation. So I say no because there are much better options, but also that's just one guy's stupid opinion. You can just do, there's no rules. You can do whatever you want. If you're asking me my opinion, which you are, NATO straps shouldn't be worn in a dressy situation. But dude, you can do whatever you freaking want. There's no rules. I mean, James Bond wore a Submariner with a tuxedo, and it was on the worst, most poorly fitted NATO strap. Like you could see the spring, it was like 4 millimeters too small of a NATO strap. You could see the spring bar. If it was good enough for him, then, I mean, come on. It's going to be good enough for us peasants, right? So do whatever you want. But for me, maybe go Perlon. If you want kind of a NATO type feel, maybe put on a Perlon strap. But yeah, ooh, that Montblanc pulse meter. Please. Please. More questions, dudes and dudettes. James Bond, Lee Bishop, and Simon Cowell. For a child, depends on the age, but how about a cheap Casio like a F110? Yeah, dude, I don't think your kids will care about what watch they're wearing. Sorry, I'm playing with a piece of plastic from a tag. Not a Tag Heuer. Which of my watches has the best patina? When we're talking about dial patina, probably my Grand Seiko J14070. And when it comes to index patina, I would say my Submariner 16800. Submariner 16800 has like the perfect like egg custard patina. Absolutely love it. Very interesting question. If I were to win the lottery, what's the first watch I would get? Maybe a Rolex 6062 in yellow gold. I'd probably get a Rolex 6062. No, the Rolex 1016 I don't need to win the lottery to get. It's just I'm not going to buy one right now. I'll be able to get one though. But a Rolex 6062 is like, it's you know, borderline unattainable. So that I feel like that would probably be the first watch I get. Then a Creator HE2. So that Rolex drip drip. What is the longest lasting lume? Probably my Seiko Tuna's Lumibright. William J, certified T3 bot. How many watches do I regularly wear in rotation? Typically like 5. I typically have like a 5-watch rotation, and I go through those, and then I get sick of them, and then I throw them out. I'm just kidding. And then I pick Dan McCaslin certified T3 bot with that with that splash, and something other than Rolex. Yeah, I would get a Creator HE2. That's definitely not Rolex. Benjamin Handelman, yeah, I certified T3 bot. Yeah, I wear them all at once. I have one on this wrist, one on this wrist, both, one on each ankle, and then I typically, you can't see it because my beard is covering it up, but I have a long NATO strap that I wear as a choker. And if I lift my beard up, you can tell the time, but I'm not going to lift my beard up. Jessica, for travel, do you use a watch roll? Let me see if I... Bumping into stuff. This isn't an advertisement, it's something I use. It's called a watch pod. It's decently hard. This one holds 3 watches, and do I have another watch in here? Some leather strap that was given to me for free. So the way it works is always try not to put them crown down. Try to put them crown up. They just chill in there. And that way, regardless of, it's pretty well in there. You can hold 3 of them at a time. So when I travel, this is kind of something I use. Watch rolls are great to lay things out on a desk. Like I use a watch roll on my desk when I'm looking at watches, but not really when I'm transporting them. So this is much less than $350. I forgot how much this was, but you can find them at my Amazon store, I think. So yeah, gorgeous watch, by the way. Absolutely gorgeous. How does one become a moderator? Do you have to apply? There's kind of an application process. I think we're good on moderators right now, but in the future, I will let you know. Rubert. Oh, sorry. Ruben Ebert. I mixed your names up in my head because I'm an idiot. What's my attainable dream car? So I'm lucky to say that I have two cars that are kind of my dream cars right now. Okay. I've been a Jeep fanatic since I was little. Jeeps were my favorite cars growing up. They were tough, they went to war, they were just, every American kid's dream was like a G.I. Joe and a Jeep. And my dad got me into it. I have pictures of my dad with my mom in his Jeep CJ Golden Eagle, like cruising with the doors off, and I was like, wow, that's so cool. And so I always wanted a Jeep. So in 2006, I got my Jeep Rubicon TJ. I did a ton of work on it with my dad and stuff, and now it has a 5.5-inch lift, 35-inch tires, lockers front and rear. Pretty much everything I could do to it, I've done to it. I'm gonna get a roof rack, I think, for my birthday. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get a roof rack for it, but I use it all the time. Connie and I go camping. We go on these little trips, these little explorations, and so that's like a car I don't think I will ever get rid of because it reminds me of my dad, and it's just I've had so many memories in that Jeep. And then another car that I've always wanted since I was little is a Subaru 22B. Now we never got those in North America, but again, ever since I was little, I was obsessed with rally racing. It's these drivers that go flat out full speed. You're just freaking hauling, going through the woods, and then you have to go through a little village, and then you're in a farm, and then you're going sideways through like soft gravel, and then all of a sudden you're on tarmac. And so yeah, F1 is really cool. GT racing is obviously very cool, but I think the best drivers are like WRC or like Group B drivers. Those dudes, just ridiculous. So rally racing has always been like incredible to me. Jessica says, have to head out. Thank you so much for your videos and live chats. Really enjoy them. Hope to join in more in the future. Well, thank you. It's amazing to have the female watch community hanging out. So please do stop by and thank you. But so I've always wanted a 22B. Didn't get them in the US. I've always wanted an STI. So when the WRX came out in the US and was getting popularity in magazines, I was on a flight to LA when I lived in New Hampshire and I was a little boy. We were coming back to Los Angeles to visit families. I picked up, it was either a Road and Track or a Car and Driver magazine. And I opened up one of the advertisements and it was for a WRX. And I asked my dad, I said, when I'm 16, can I get this car? And my dad's like, that's a lot of car for you. But I always wanted a freaking Subaru rally car. But fast forward a few years, now I'm 30, I have an STI, and I'm building it like a rally car. Sparco Terra wheels, Brembo big brake kit, Yokohama Advan V601 Apex tires, Borla exhaust, full Rally Innovations front end, Rally armor, flaps, just everything. So yeah. Lancia Stratos would be amazing. There's a few cars that I really want. But to answer your question, I'm very lucky to have two of my attainable dream cars because I have them. But I think in the next couple of years, I'm probably going to pick up a 911 964. Watch some old Group B rally footage, yeah. But speaking of the Lancia, the best one to get would be the 037. So the 037 is the best Lancia to get. Is your Omega Cal 1020 still on rotation? It's on a watch winder right now. Thoughts on Basel World cancellation? It's obvious that that was going to happen. It's not going to... Basel World is not going to last this decade. It's going to be gone by the end of the 2020s. Aunt G says, dang, wrong channel. Well, let me help you. And ban you. Oh. The power I have as the time teller. Matt B, I'll take some, bro. Okay, a couple of quick fire questions, bruh. Williams watches what's going on. Jory is inevitable. What are my thoughts on face tattoos? Don't get them. But this is coming from a guy that doesn't have any face tattoos, so whatever. Juan Carlos, any help with my dude? Plie. Sweet car in the pic of the vid. Eddie, that's my STI. Any tattoos? I just said that I don't have any tattoos. Juan, what do you need help with? If you just say any help, I don't know what do you need help with. How can I help? Bulldog, you're a little bit late with this. The era of the big watch has been over. As far as I'm concerned, it's always over. Jory should get his eyebrows tattooed. Nope. The MLB is messed up currently. Okay, everyone is cheating. Everyone is getting caught cheating, and the more people get caught, the more people are spilling dirt with everyone else. It is just messed up currently. Thanks, Jory. Heading over to Just Orology. Awesome. Enjoy, Junior Johnson. See, you are here for the live show. What watch company should go back to their roots? This is a very easy question. Tudor, Movado, Invicta, those companies should go back. My dude, is Tudor Pelagos or Breitling Super Ocean? Juan, I am not trying to be insensitive, but I don't understand. Are you asking me to pick between those two? Okay, this is going to be surprising, but between those two, the Tudor Pelagos. I'm just not a huge Super Ocean fan. I don't really know what you're trying to say to me, but I think you're asking me to pick one, so I'm picking that one. And I'm so sorry, I'm not trying to be insensitive. Being a New Englander, yes, I have a Ray Bork jersey right here and a Bruins hat above it. Huge hockey guy. Big hockey dude. Tom, I did a video about that. The Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso versus the Cartier tank. One of my moderators, please link it. I already made that episode. Blackhawks all the way. My dad would agree with you because he grew up in Chicago. So. With the state of baseball, come to the dark side and root for the Doyers. I won't root for the Dodgers, but I am happy that Mookie Betts is going over there, because then I can just see him play here. But yeah, I'm not going to root for the Dodgers. Rolex GMT versus Explorer 2. Explorer 2, 16,570, all the way. Bremen, I don't know what that is. Matt B, I have some bad news for you. The Rangers are probably cheating too. All these teams are doing the same thing. It just has to do with who gets caught. So your team is just as fake. I'm so sorry. William watches the vintage root beer. The 16753, I think. So I think that's the reference number, 16753. Hold on. Dude, I was right. Dude, I am. Pat myself on the back there. That was incredible that I remembered that, guys. Let's be real. Yeah, the 16753 is the one that I would go for. I'm honestly very impressed with myself that I pulled that out immediately. Should I get an SSC 667? It's a cool retro kind of racing chronograph look. Is it solar, I assume? If it's solar, then it is. Heck yeah, dude, get it. Yes, get the Seiko SSC 667. Looks like a vintage racing chronograph, and it has solar power capability. Throw that bad boy on a rally strap. Get the blue dial one, because it looks nicer than the black dial. Throw that on a brown weathered rally strap, and you got yourself a freaking watch, boy. Bills Mafia, throwing people through tables. Please do a review on the Hamilton day date. Okay, I will. Up the likes, people. Did you do a review on Christopher Ward? Roro, I did 3 reviews on Christopher Ward. So, yeah. Let's link those up, moderators. I've done 3 Christopher Ward, no, 4. I've done 4 Christopher Ward reviews. I forgot. I did the Mark III also. Yeah, guys, I've done 4 Chris Ward reviews. No one watches them. Come on. And then I get a bunch of questions about them. James K, moderator, certified T3 bot with the links, baby. Roro, you rock. Thank you. You rock. James, how do I feel about Chris Ward? Yeah, that was the first episode I ever made talking about Chris Ward, but that wasn't. I don't think that was a review really. There's been 4 actual watch reviews on Chris Ward. Oh, James K has all the links. Ooh, the Jump Hour. That's one of my favorite ones. Was the review on the Jump Hour watch. That 001 is one of the most boring watches I've ever seen in my life. Are there Sakari certified T3 bot? Yes, absolutely. There are IWC watches. The one that comes to mind is the IWC Spitfire. That one is so dang cool. The Portuguese chronograph in gold is freaking amazing. Yeah, dude, the Spitfire is the first one I would get, honestly. How much is it? Around $4 grand. Does it have a threaded crown? Let me see. Yeah, it has a threaded crown. Boy. Yeah, I would go with the IWC Spitfire. 39 millimeters. Thing's perfect, dude. Only 10.8 millimeters thick. Thing is perfect. LT with the huge super chat. Thanks, bro. You did not have to do that. Thank you so much. LT is the man. Everyone, let LT know that we love him. Thank you so much, brother. Got love for you, bro. Thank you, man. Oh, you did not have to do that. Thanks, bro. Jonathan, the IWC Big Pilots are cool, but once they came out with this new series, that Spitfire makes them all look kind of boring. Mundane Railroad. Let me look at it right now. The Railway Watch? I see these all the time on Instagram. This is not my thing. It's kind of Bauhaus, like artsy fartsy. This is absolutely not a watch I would ever wear. That's kind of harsh. But it looks kind of like a toy. It's not something I would ever wear. Little too out there artsy. Yeah. In general, Young Excellency asks, would you rather wear a watch with a 200-meter water resistance but no threaded crown, or a watch with a 100-meter water resistance rating and threaded crown? I don't know of any watch with a 200-meter water resistance rating that doesn't have a threaded crown, so let me just say that first. Second, absolutely a watch with a 100-meter water resistance rating and a threaded crown, because the threaded crown doesn't have so much to do with the water resistance rating. It has to do with protecting the crown from knocks. So this watch has a threaded crown. That does help the water resistance rating. It helps mitigate any water getting into the movement. But also, if I hit this crown, the crown is now, for all intents and purposes, part of the case, which means the crown stem will probably not break inside of the movement. If it did not have a threaded crown and the crown gets a knock, that force is going to get transferred into the crown stem and break. So yes, threaded crowns rule. Did I overpay getting a Tag Heuer F1 for 75%? 75% of what? I don't understand that, car guy. Let me be honest, car guy. You overpaid buying a tag if you bought a tag. So, if you bought a tag, period, you overpaid. I would not have thrown my $75 at a Tag Heuer. Like, just for the name to say you bought a tag. Tag Heuers aren't impressive. So, it's just weird. I hate tag so much, dude. I hate tag. Edward with the super chat. Thank you so much, brother. Again, these super chats are not expected, but they are much appreciated, and we get most of our support from the members and these super chats. Thank you so much. Rolex Date 1500 on the wrist. Yeah, the Monaco's the only good watch Tag currently makes. Matt Dude, later, brother. What do you think of the Vostok Classica? Not a huge Vostok guy. Their crowns are designed to be crappy, okay? It's so funny. Sakari, the Black Bay is not really a bad watch. No, the Black Bay GMT is actually a bad watch because that had a borderline recall. People bought them. Tudor released the watch too quickly, and from what I've heard, the first releases had some real issues, okay? So, the Tudor GMT Black Bay Pepsi is actually a bad watch. The rest of the Black Bays aren't necessarily bad watches. They're overpriced, overhyped, and for some reason, people can't stop saying, oh, it's essentially a Rolex. That's a huge issue with me. I am half Italian. Buongiorno. Jor, Catalino. Jor, first word that comes to mind when you think of Orient Field Watch? Defender. Orient Defender. That's a pretty cool Orient Field Watch. I probably wouldn't pay over $2,000 for a Black Bay. I wouldn't even pay $2,000 for a Black Bay. There's so many better watches that you can get that aren't Black Bays. Yeah. For instance, Ball. These look so freaking cool. I would just buy a Ball Engineer 2 Skin Diver Heritage or whatever that's called. It's way cooler than a Black Bay. Come on. Dude, Pig Sydney, the Wagoneer is a badass car. It's a Jeep. ETA is pronounced ETA, not ETA. Okay, and I understand NASA is not NASA. NASA is NASA. But NASA sounds cooler than ETA. So there. And we don't say CIA. We don't say Kia for CIA or FBI for FBI. We say FBI, we say CIA, and we say ETA. I have a small wrist, like 6 inches. Where can I find a nice strap for that? Literally anywhere. Alan Walker, what is up? Yep, we say scuba. And we say NASA. the CIA probably does have a very shady record. Let's be clear about that. But I don't want to upset the CIA guy that's watching my content right now. Make sure that I'm being a good boy. Couple more quick-fire questions, guys, and I'm going to have to shut it down because my phone is telling me I'm running out of batteries. Sapphire ceramic for bezels. I honestly like sapphire, if I'm totally honest. Seiko Solar is solid as well. I like the fact that EcoDrive can charge from natural or artificial light sources. Williams watches, go for it, dude. Get a 9F, Grand Seiko 9F. You're not going to go wrong with that. What Zenith would I add to my collection? Probably some of the vintage El Primeros, for sure. Marlin weekend plans. Probably gonna go walk around with Connie after this. We're gonna walk around, maybe, I don't know, grab some tea or something. And then I'm going to take her out to some Korean barbecue tonight. So. How many pull-ups can I do? Right now, probably 6. I'm not talking about chin-ups. I'm talking about actual pull-ups. Chin-ups, I might be able to do like 10. Great show. Thank you, Jory. You're an inspiration. Well, thank you, man. I make this content for you guys, so you rock. I'll have to take a clip at the gym and see how many I can actually do right now. I weigh 219-ish right now, so we'll see how many I can actually do. Vintage Longines are underappreciated. Current Longines, some of them are overpriced. Ain't nothing but a peanut. Lightweight baby. Sakari, I'll make that episode happen. I'll check out Letterkenny. Bremen, write to me about Letterkenny and remind me. James K, 10 alternatives to the Black Bay will be a very easy episode to make because literally anything. Literally choose anything but a Black Bay. I could do 100 alternatives to the Black Bay. I've never even heard of Letterkenny. Why does the guy always stand like that? If it's like Trailer Park Boys, I probably won't like it. I don't know why. I've tried on three separate occasions to try to get into Trailer Park Boys, and it just was not funny. I know that's like blasphemous to say that. I think The Office is hilarious. I like Seinfeld. I like Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I like these shows that other people like, but for some reason, Trailer Park Boys I could just never get into, and I don't know why. It just seemed dumb. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Us weebs. Anyway, guys, my phone is going to shut down right now, unfortunately. So I'm going to do my outro. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on Saturday, guys. You could be doing anything on Saturday, but you choose to hang out with me and talk about watches and food and cars, and that is awesome. I'm a very blessed dude. So thank you so much. Guys, seriously, get out of your comfort zone. I say that every time, and it kind of goes over people's heads because it's just something I say, but honestly, you know, going on live stream for like hundreds of people, it was like very uncomfortable at first because I didn't know how, you know, if I could actually function in a live scenario. Also starting the channel and being judged and having other channels apparently make like hate videos about me, which is hilarious because they're literally advertising for my channel. I don't even know who these people are, and apparently I'm important enough for them to make videos about. It was initially uncomfortable, but now it's kind of a blessing. Isn't that weird? So get out of your comfort zone. Do something every day that makes you a little bit uncomfortable, and it will pay off in the long run. I promise you. So that's number one. Number two, tell someone you love them. Even if you're in a bad mood, like a lot of these dudes who, you know, all they want to do is speak negatively about me and about other people and oh, blah, 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 name calling, this and that. You know, if those people actually met me, we would probably find something in common and we'd probably be buddies. So sometimes all you got to do is just extend love. So if those haters are watching, guess what, dude? I love you. We have a commonality. We like watches. We can be buddies. And you guys watching, my supporters, especially my channel members, my T3 bots, I love you guys. Each and every one of you. You freaking rock. Thank you so much. India in the house. What's going on? So guys, enjoy your Saturday, Sunday, whatever day you're watching this. Enjoy it. Just stay blessed. Be happy. And don't... life's too short to be anxious and upset and down. So guess what? If you're ever worried about feeling insignificant, my phone's yelling at me. If you're ever worried about feeling insignificant or down or anxious, guess what? I love you, and the T3 Army is behind you. So stay strong. Don't be scared. Stand proudly. Don't give up. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. Always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. Love you guys. Be strong.